Once a ceasefire or armistice is eventually in place in Ukraine, you can only assess, and we do assess that Russia will reinforce its capabilities in this region, said Pekovic. So with that said, the Swedish Navy needs to continuously grow and focus on the overall picture. He said Russia's shadow fleet of civilian-flagged oil tankers was also a concern and did not rule out the potential for such ships to be used to launch drones. The shadow fleet in itself is not a military problem, but the shadow fleet could affect our nations from a military perspective, Pekovic said. The varying challenges of underwater conditions, including shorter visibility than above water, salinity, and temperature, mean that underwater infrastructure was especially vulnerable in the Baltics, he said. This was especially the case for Sweden, Norway, Finland, Estonia, and Lithuania, he said, which were fully dependent on the sea lines for communication, for our sustainment of our societies. However, he believes that increased NATO vigilance is having an impact. He said that since Operation Baltic Sentry was established in January, we haven't seen any cable incidents in this region at all. He added, first of all, it shows that the alliance works, cohesion. And we are closing ranks against one particular threat. The Baltic Sentry has proven that point. Regardless of whether any of the incidents have been state-sponsored or if it's been bad seamanship, or anything in between. It has raised awareness amongst the merchant fleet that they should be a bit more cautious when traveling our regional waters. Radiation levels remained normal and stable, and there was no reports of radiation leaks, the UN said in February. Russia occupied the plant and the surrounding area for more than a month in the first weeks of its February 2022 invasion of Ukraine as its forces initially tried to advance on the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. The IAEA had conducted the inspection at the same time as a countrywide survey of damage to electricity substations from the war between Ukraine and Russia.